What's up guys, it's Chachi Power here to do a review of a Thundercats figure. This is the Armor of Omens with Lion-O. This features a magnetic powered feature, which I will show you guys throughout the review. Don't mind the little whistling noise in the background, that's just the heat which I'm sitting next to. So let's take a look from the top to bottom just so you guys can get a feel for what this figure looks like. It's very nicely done. Bandai has done an excellent job with their Thundercats figures, and this is no exception. But there are some limitations to this type of figure, which I guess I will jump into. So I guess before we even look at the figure, some of you may want to take a gander at the box. So we'll move this guy out of the way here for a second. This is the box it comes in. It's a big window box design with figures on the side, some artwork there on the lower left, which is pretty cool, the classic Thundercat logo, and some role-playing stuff on the side. They got the new Panther nunchucks there, which I got to check out at the toy fair. They're pretty cool, nice and soft, foamy type things. And the back here shows you how to unlock the power of the Armor of Omens. And it states here, worn only by those who have mastered the Sword of Omens. The Armor of Omens is a powerful weapon that can resist deadly attacks. So, yeah. And down here is all the cross-selling things. They got the, which is pretty cool. I want to check that out. That's the mumm-ra Storm Chaser. I don't think I'll buy it, but it would be cool to check it out. And then it's got the, what is this? The 4-inch figures. With Cloudus here, which I'm still yet to find, and yeah. So anyway, that's the box. So let's check out the figure. Alright, so the first thing that grabs you when looking at this figure is that gold-plated chest here, which is in a design of a cat, and I like the way the crotch piece here forms the jaw of the cat motif here. The figure itself is very nicely sculpted. If you are into displaying your figures, this definitely has a great shelf presence. I have it with my other Thundercat stuff, and it towers over everything. I don't really have anything to scale it to aside from this little 4-inch figure that comes with the set. It's exclusive to this set. It's a little 4-inch Lion-O, which is not as posable as the rest of the 4-inch lineup. This is obviously for cost-saving reasons, but this is the little Lion-O that activates the magnetic feature, which I'll show you in a little bit. You'll notice right back here is the battery compartment and a little on and off switch. I should add that when you first take this out of the box, you do have to attach the back piece of the mane here, and you also have to attach the tail. What we're going to do now is check out how the armor works. You're going to want to definitely grab Lion-O here. You're going to want to have the switch to on back here, and obviously make sure the batteries are good, which they do come with the figure, but like with most toys, they are demo batteries and they're not really meant to last long, so check them out before using them. And the front just simply opens the way I just showed you. The gold plated piece goes up, this front panel goes down, and you'll see that's where the limiting of the figure can be seen. Because of that opening area here, it does limit the lower half of the body. Now, the inside is simple enough, just a little bit of a molding design in there, and you'll see there's a little, I believe that's where the speaker is here, and right above it is 2 tabs. If you take the 4-inch Lion-O, you see this little backpack looking thing, that's where that's going to tab into. So you're going to want to place him in here, make sure he tabs right into that. And you'll notice nothing has happened. When you do place Lion-O in there, it's supposed to make a noise, but not necessarily when you first clip it in, which is what I thought. I thought something was wrong. What you do is place them in, close this panel here, bring this down, and make sure you push on the top. And that's what activates the feature. Now say you don't have the Lion-O, or you don't have a figure to activate that. Say you lose the figure or something and you still want to use the sound feature. It does come with a convenient button back here which you can press and get other sound effects. So that's pretty neat. So I guess you guys are wondering how limited this figure is. So we'll check that out. The head really only just moves side to side. There's no up and down movement. The shoulders do move forward, but they don't go out. You get a slight elbow there. Both arms, no waist at all. And even though it does look like it has knee articulation, it does not. These hinges are for the front panel here. The feet do not move, and that's it. It's really just meant to be statuesque. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get this gigantic Sword of Omens thing here, which is not detailed with the eye there. You see the eye's not black. I don't know if it's meant to be that way or they just cheesed out on it. Haven't seen the episode for this, but it simply clips on the hand. And you'll notice this hand has a little spike here on the finger. The other one doesn't. So it's really only meant to be held by this hand here. And it's PVC, so you can pull it back and have the sword fit very nicely there. Now, because the figure is included, I do want to show you the figure in case you're not familiar with the 4-inch figures that come with the play sets that are usually not very articulated. So we'll check that out. This is the 4-inch Lion-O. Now, my example is actually rather greasy. A lot of the pieces on this set have been pretty greasy with mold release, but it's not a very big deal. You'll see Lion-O here is very basic, no paint apps whatsoever. He's completely molded in this goldish color, which depending on the light might look a little greenish brown, but you know, that's the best they can do without actually plating the figure. So articulation wise, you get the head, which doesn't move up or down, just side to side. You get the arms, which only move up and down. No elbows, no waist. You do get knees, surprisingly, and no ankles. So very basic figure. So overall, very basic, but you know, don't get too turned off by the lack of articulation unless like that's like a must-have for you guys. I do display my figures. I don't mess with them, so I don't really need a crazy amount of articulation. Would have been nice, but I understand, you know, they must keep within their price point, and they did a hell of a job, you know, trying to do the best they can, you know, with their budget. Now, this figure rings in at about $23 to $30, depending where you buy it. The lower end of the 23 bucks makes it seem like a pretty good deal. Anything over 30 just seems like a very expensive to me. So, if you like Thundercats, you like this design. Very robotic if you're into robots or statues or whatever. So, definitely check it out if you guys get a chance. And that'll be all for now, guys. Till later. Bye.